welcome to the Impact interview at the site of Australia Wind Energy 2024. And today, I'm very excited to be joined by Mr. Ulrik Dahl, Consul General and Trade Commissioner from Royal Danish Consulate and Trade Council of Denmark. Thank you so much, Mr. Dahl, for joining us.
Thank you for inviting me to this interview and to the exhibition, the conference here.
Thank you. To start off, maybe you can introduce a bit more about yourself and that of your delegation here.
Well, as you said, my name is Ulrik Dahl, and I'm the Trade Commissioner for Oceania, covering Australia and New Zealand primarily. And from Danish side, we are working very much within the renewable energy space. Denmark has a long tradition for wind energy, actually the first country in the world to build an offshore wind park back in 1991, so more than 30 years ago. So we have quite a lot of experience and therefore also a lot of Danish companies active within this area. From the Danish Trade Council side, we are trying to assist the Danish companies, but we're also trying to assist the green transition. From the Danish government side, we have something we call a triple bottom line. It's PPP, people, planet, profit. So people there, we should try to work for inclusion of all people, no matter what gender, no matter what religion. And of course, here in Australia, including First Nation people is of extreme importance. Planet, there we will try to support the agenda of different countries to reach the Paris agreement, reducing the CO2 level. And here in Australia, we will try to see if we can back the Australian government in reaching that goal. Profit, well, there should be something for Denmark as well, besides a better environment and climate. So profit is that we are trying to back and support Danish companies. We have already a lot of Danish companies active here in Australia. We have more than 220 companies employing more than 25,000 people here in Australia. So we are already doing quite well compared to our size. From Danish side, we are very active within the renewable energy sector. We have a number of very experienced and well-known developers. So investing in renewable energy on land and offshore. We have Ørsted, there's the biggest offshore wind developer in the world, having most gigawatts on water. We have SIP, Copenhagen Infrastructure Partner. There's the biggest fund in the world for renewable energy. We also have European Energy, Copenhagen Energy, and other developers. From Danish side, we also have one of the biggest OEMs, Vestas, producing wind turbines. And we have a lot of engineering companies, advisors, and sub-suppliers for the industry. So I think we have a lot to offer, but also a lot of experiences, lessons learned, primarily good lessons, but also sometimes where we have made mistakes and learned from our mistakes. And we would like to share these with Australian companies and, of course, authorities. So that's what we are trying to convey here and do from our side.
Very impressive. Denmark has been a leading and advanced and very powerful player in wind energy. And we now see you share your experience, your expertise with a lot of international countries to help them decarbonize. This is truly impressive. And yesterday, you joined one of our very important sessions, reinforcing collaboration with the Australian government and enterprises. What was your original thinking about the topic and any new outcomes after discussion?
Well, first and foremost, I think we have a close dialogue with the Danish companies, already very active here in Australia, and also a very good dialogue, both at federal level, state level, and with the organizations active here in Australia. And there, our thinking, my thinking was reinforced that it is crucial that there is a security in the market, that there is a pipeline for projects, because if there's stop and go, that then there's one project and then uncertainty is the next project. That's very difficult for the companies to work with. So there should be a stable demand over a longer period of time. Then you can establish the supply chain. You can involve local companies and get local people educated and being a part of the industry. So that was reinforced. Everybody was agreed on, and we need to have this certainty. If it's legislated that we want to set up so many gigawatt of wind, offshore, onshore, etc., then it gives the investors the basis and confidence in okay, we can establish here. A lot of countries are saying, we want to do so many gigawatts of offshore wind, but then it's postponed and postponed and postponed. And if so many Danish companies have been investing and setting up office, and then nothing happens, and that costs a lot of money. So they are a little cautious before saying, okay, let's go into a new market. One thing that was new, or not new to me, but I was reminded about was that local cooperation is extremely important, not only with the government, but also with the counties. For instance, in Gippsland, we should be out in the region, speak with the local authorities, speak with the local companies already now to form partnerships, etc. So from our side, we'll try to use more time on going out, speak with the locals, see how also so they understand what is their benefit of going into this green transition, and also social license is it's important that everybody thinks this is a good idea, not something that's forced on them, because then it will not be good. And also they are the voters, so then they will maybe change government or. So in Denmark, what we succeeded in is that from the people side, the inhabitants in Denmark, they think we want and we need green transition. We should try to get rid of fossil fuels. The industry agrees with that. And therefore also the politicians, if everybody thinks that they want to be re-elected, then they also put on laws and also targets for reaching this. Then it works. But if for instance, the local population thinks, that's too expensive or it's nothing to me to do, then it's difficult. So we should interact with the local communities and populations.
Yeah, essentially renewable energy transition is all about people.
Yeah.
We build these projects for people to live a better future.
That's
and
true.
also for the industry, we need a big market, but in the meantime, we need consistency of policy to provide certainty for the business. And this is perhaps the goal that we all strive towards.
Yeah.
Wrapping up today's interview, if you are able to join us next year, if we have the honor, what are the most important progress you would love to see next year?
I think there's a big progress year for year. Now focusing on offshore wind. Now there's these feasibility licenses that have been granted. That has given a big change in the market. People now start believing, okay, this will materialize. I think next year we have moved closer to the target of, okay, so it's very much, do we trust that this is coming and it's going to be within a reasonable number of years? So I think next year, hopefully, we are much closer to reaching that target, and that will increase the interest from all sides, both here in Australia, but also from the rest of the world. So I'm sure that your conference and exhibition will be attended by even more people than this year.